what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. It's the Ole Miss Rebels and the Wisconsin Badgers. Reese Davis, David Pollard, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
When you get to Madison, Wisconsin, you know you're someplace special when you walk into Camp Randall Stadium. This is one of the largest and oldest stadiums in the country, opening in 1917. The students make it special. Every time there's a cool moment in the third and fourth quarter, Camp Randall continues to prove one of the best home field advantages in the Big Ten. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. And the Badgers headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Trying to beat him to the corner on the right. At the 35, he's open. He's loose on the right. The 30. He's at the 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Rebels.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Joseph fires immediately. Out across the 30, marked down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
Not wasting any time. You just watch the opponent go down on their first drive and score a touchdown. So right away, you're aggressive. You're throwing the football on your first play of the game, and you're getting a nice completion. Really nice job.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And every offense has plays that they really hang their hat on. And back in 1970, it was the toss. The toss play used to be the thing. You don't see as much of this nowadays. It's early in the game. Maybe it's something you wanted to show. Or, listen, maybe defensively this is something you need to start focusing on.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Throwing Joseph. Fires toward the target. On target over the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Badgers will line it up on 1st and 10.
Ready. Wide, 3, sweep.
running his legs. It's Jackson. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Joseph throws for the tight end. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
And we talk to teams week after week and quarterbacks and coaches, and what do they always say, man? Quarterback's best friend is a tight end. Well, that play right there, he wasn't his best friend. You don't see a lot of drops from him, but, man, he had an opportunity to catch that one.
3rd and long right here. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, pressure's coming. Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Tell you what, defensive players don't always see where the ball is. They see the receiver and they get to chase him, but really good job seeing where the receiver is, going and making an interception, making a big play, getting the ball back to your offense.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Bunch formation for these receivers. Looking for room. It's Lacey. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. In the backfield, it's Cook. He was not going to be denied, discarding tacklers, running behind his pads, and finally down at the 40.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time, it's a screen throw. He had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
Miles is way ahead. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. And the Rebels will try to pin them back with the punt. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Throwing Joseph. Fires to the big fella. Just keep moving this thing forward. He's out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 37-yard line. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks in a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a 3rd down.
Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
And that's a good sign for this offense. A good 3rd down conversion, running the football. Obviously, last possession was not what you want. Like the interception, the turnover. Good to get back on the field, get that first down. Now see how much more they'll be aggressive and maybe want to throw the football and put that mistake behind them.
And the Badgers have it with a 1st and 10. Joseph. It's complete to the left. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. The holding penalty will make it 1st and 20. He's looking to throw. Taken in on the right side by Coleman. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Grab behind the line. It's Jackson. Make the stop at the 40, but he's got 15 yards on that one and a 1st down. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball in the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. I can throw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
The Badgers are flying down the field. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Throwing Joseph. Rushes on. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think you'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something with his feet.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. He wants to throw it again. Look out! And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions have them staring at 3rd and 10. Joseph. Out wide right, it's Rigby. brought down at the 37-yard line, and this defense denies them on third down.
I love the third down defense. I love the defense understanding passing situation, dropping back, keeping everything in front of them, and then breaking on the football. In order to do this and be great on third down, you got to do one thing really well. You've got to come up and make that tackle, and that's exactly what he did.
All the bounces going the kicker's way right here. That was just at about the extent of his distance for a field goal, and the crossbar helped him out, putting 3 up on the board.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Sets his feet. It's Chambliss. They're all over it. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
And that's absolutely going to be one of the keys to this football game. Keep the rabbit in the cage, man. Don't let him get outside that pocket, start bouncing out wide. That's where he'll do a lot of his damage with all that speed. That is a big key for this defense. Great job here early in the football game.
The Rebels trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Quick give. It's Lacy. Finds a little bit of space. Gets 3 to the 22.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Listen to this place. Oh, man, do they love their Badgers. Third down coming. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Finds his big tight end. He stopped short of the first down marker, but there is a flag, and that looked like a clear... Face mask to me. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Back to throw, it's Chambliss. Finds his man. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. First play of the period will be a second down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. Never had a chance to get rolling after the pick, but he gives him the ball in prime field position at the 40.
That's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching you. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Here comes Wisconsin's offense to get this drive underway. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick. Field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker who is so important to this team.
They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, 1st and 10. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Throwing Joseph. Under pressure. Right side, it's Coleman. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Great play by the cornerback. In this offense, they're just trying to get this receiver the ball quickly to see if he can make something happen. But that cornerback was draped all over him. Nice job.
They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. Changing the routes with his receivers. Joseph from the gun on 3rd down. He'll take a deep shot here. He's got it down the field. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
And that's what makes this offense so dangerous. They've got playmakers all over the field. Here they are on their own side of the 50. 3rd and long, on any given play, they can take it the distance. They do right there. Not just moving the chains, but setting themselves up now, 1st and goal.
And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. Motion from the wide receiver. A 1st down run on the doorstep. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll keep it on the ground looking for the end zone. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
After getting stopped on that 2nd down, don't be surprised if the offense hands it off to him again here at the goal line on 3rd.
6 plays brought them here. Now number 7 on 3rd and goal. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He'll be stopped right there. They kept it on the ground on 3rd and goal, and it did not pay off. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Right on target the first time. Now he'll try another from 24 yards out. Right down the boulevard, it's good. That brings him to within 1.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Offense ready to go back to work. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. Looking downfield, it's Chambliss. Finds his target down the middle. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
After the 4-yard completion on 1st down, now it's 2nd and 6. On the move, it's Lacey. He's past the sticks. And he's got enough for the 1st down. It'll be at the 35. The Rebels come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
2nd down, gonna throw it. Back's got it on the screen. Oh, he's got some space. They'll stop him just short of the 1st down marker on the screen.
And that's better protection up front by these guys. You give up a sack the play before, you got to give your quarterback some time. They do. And another thing that I really like, guys, what he did right here, you don't have to take a shot. You don't have to get it all back in one play. Nice job getting it out of your hands and now making the 3rd down very manageable.
A designed run for the quarterback. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47.
And you see this so much in college football, man. Now, short yard situations, you give it to your QB, you get the extra blocker, and it's just really hard to stop, man, because he still is a thrower, and there's still that threat. But nice job being physical on the line of scrimmage by this offense.
And the Rebels are rolling down the field. The run inside. It's Lacey. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on 1st down.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, all right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
2nd and long here. pocket. It's Chambliss. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up third down. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. On third down, he drops the throw. Makes the grab. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
And I think great offenses find a way to get their playmakers the football in space. Nice job designing the wheel route. It's good versus man. It's good versus zone. Nice route. Nice catch by the running back.
And the Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first. Makes the catch. It's Alexander.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. They just keep firing. Here comes the heat. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Listen to this place. Oh, man, and they love their Badgers. Third down coming. Takes the handoff. It's Lacey. And that won't quite be enough for the first down as he's knocked down just short of the sticks. Wisconsin stops the clock, uses its first timeout. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. The offense stays on the field. They just have inches to go on 4th down. A run for the quarterback. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. There was no reason to hesitate on the sideline there. Just keep the offense out and go for it.
Dude, 4th and inches. If I can't get inches, I deserve to lose football games. So I'm going for it on 4th and inches every single time.
The Rebels pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Dropping back, it's Chambliss. Moving out to the right. Going to try to get it himself. Not a lot of room there. He'll pick up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
Really nowhere for the quarterback to go that time. I like the idea of letting him try to run with it, but no opportunity to get up the field, so he just kept trying to use the speed going sideways. Defense took everything away, and a good decision by him to save a hit and just get out of bounds.
Long way to go on second down. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Flip it out to the back on the screen. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And they finish things up with a dart from 24 yards out. On the move from inside his 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Joseph. He fires to the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. Quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit and coverage that forces the incompletion.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Fakes the grab on the left. They get him out of bounds, couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Drops back on first down. Finds the tight end. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move.
I know he's got the height and weight of a tight end, but man, the way he runs routes and how good he is with the ball in his hands, it just reminds you of a wide receiver. He's so athletic. This is a guy that has a basketball background in high school, and you see it pan out. Every time he has the football, he just looks like the best athlete on the field. For a big guy, very, very unique.
Quickly to the tight end. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Again, it's Joseph. Snags it. Breaks into the open. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
And, man, this dude has been a weapon early in this football game. They just keep finding him. And the matchups are a problem. You want to put a linebacker on him, he's too fast for him. Continues to make catches, continues to chew up yards. You might want to think about putting a safety on him or somebody with a little bit more speed.
So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. Absolutely perfect. That'll cut this lead down to 5. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, kind of the unofficial halfway point of the season. Week 8 and another exciting update from the EA Sports Desk. Let's start with Texas, taking on the number 16, the LSU Tigers. And it's the Longhorns with a gritty victory away from home. This team prepared well all week, and they'll enjoy the fruits of their labor.
squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Badgers start this drive as the offense looks ready to roll. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
You can feel the momentum starting to swing in this stadium. It's 1st and 10. Throwing Joseph. With the catch, it's Rigby. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
And the Badgers have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. They'll keep it on the ground. There he goes. Gets him down at the 30 after a 15-yard pickup. They are threatening, and they have a first down. The Badgers come to the line with a new set of downs. Quarterback changing the play. Joseph. Rush right in his face. Takes the easy throw in the flat. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. And the Badgers can really attack on this 2nd and short. He's looking to throw. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
This is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
From the gun on 3rd down, Joseph. Firing to the right, complete. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
I think this guy is sick and tired of watching field goals being kicked, and he wants to score a touchdown. That is a beautiful individual effort, making a guy miss, knowing where the 1st down marker is, and getting it, and now this offense is thinking 6.
Finds his big tight end. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
Hey, he's spreading the ball all over the yard, man. A lot of times when you go to one guy, man, I can kind of shut them down, or I can run coverages to stop wide receivers. Now getting the tight end involved, using the whole field, really in a flow, in a rhythm, the passing game looking good.
The Badgers have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Left side, it's Dupree. He will be stopped just inches away after the catch and run.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
Now it's 2nd and goal. They'll run it left, looking for the end zone here. Just smothered on the play.
And that's a great stop by this defense. 2nd down and goal, getting the lost yardage play, now putting your defense in a better position for 3rd down.
Third and goal, where defensive coordinators have to make a stand. Trying to get the corner. Touchdown, Badgers! They take the lead here in the second half. Trying to push the lead to a field goal with his two-point conversion attempt. Throwing Joseph. Oh, pressure's coming. Just gets rid of it to avoid the sack.
Well, there was a golden opportunity for the offense to come away with 2 points there, but he dropped it in the end zone. That's a catch you have to make.
Ole Miss, 14. Number 7, safety kickoff.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Ole Miss offense onto the field. So as soon as they step on the field here in the third quarter, they find themselves trailing, and now they'll try to answer with a score of their own. Back to pass, it's Chambliss. Rushes on, and it's a sack.
And what a great way to start the second half if you're on defense. You did some really good things in that first half, and so you set the tone here early by getting a sack, and you were sending a clear message to this offense. This second half ain't going to be easy.
The Rebels now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass on second down. Out wide right, it's Haas. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory.
Great job by the quarterback bouncing back. Just got sacked the previous play. Now all of a sudden it's second and long, and everybody knows you're going to be throwing it. But he comes right back. He stays in the pocket. He's staring down the field. He's not letting the rush affect him. He finds his open guy, gets the completion. It's not a first down, but now you're set up third and short. And this all of a sudden looking pretty good for the offense.
Powers inside and works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
And it's not a surprise so far in how this game is unfolding. Like, they're going to continue to feature this dude. Like, third downs, get him the football. Shoot, first downs, you're going to get him the football. Had a good start to this football game, and I expect we're going to continue to hear his name over and over in this one.
And the Rebels will have it first and 10. Back to throw, it's Chambliss. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this guy's been beat like a drum. He's been hit, sacked a bunch of times already, and another hit right here. I'm literally looking at my offensive line and be like, dude, I need some more time. You got to protect me better than this. Give me a chance to complete some passes.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Looking for a gap. It's Lacey. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those five guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going. It squarely falls on the shoulder of those five offensive linemen.
Cowboys. Oh, man, do they love their Badgers. Third down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on third down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on third down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
And the Rebels decide to punt it away. This will be a second time they've had to kick it away. Is on its way. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now, and they may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside, probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get two bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
An 8-yard pickup on the first down completion, now 2nd and 2. Hands it off. Tackled behind the line, and he'll lose one on the play.
Successful, they get the 2nd and short, and those are the downs where they can be really aggressive on offense and take advantage. So you kind of don't know how to play it, but they did a good job playing the run, protecting themselves against the pass, and now forcing a third down.
Fairly manageable distance here on third down from the 27.
Here we go, ready. 129, 129.
He's changing the play. Joseph from the gun on third down. Looking left. And that third down pass had some serious juice, but they couldn't hook up.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
Gets his first one of the day away. Might be a little stiff. They only used him twice in that loss a week ago. Taken down right away. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. On the ground, it's Lacey. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Dropping back, it's Chambliss. Fires to the tight end. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. There's no need to panic or anything, but this would be a really opportune time to put something together and try to take control of this game.
And sometimes you just come out as the favorite, and you're a little bit flat, and you expect to win. And sometimes that leads to slow starts, but I think if they can get that passion, that adrenaline, they get a little fired up right here, I think they'll take care of business.
And they just got to make a play. They just got to get something positive to happen here, sort of wake them up, and then put another play back-to-back, and all of a sudden, they...
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And that is a great job by the defense, containing and constricting the pocket. There was nowhere for the QB to go, and he did not have a lot of time. He went down quick.
Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. Now just... ready to snap it to start the fourth. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Fake to the back, wants to throw it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and the defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
Fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Looking downfield, it's Chambliss. Look out! And down he goes.
Man, this poor quarterback, he's got no time. You got to protect your quarterback. You got to find different ways to do it. Sometimes it's not working with 4 wide receivers. Maybe you bring in a couple tight ends, go max protection, more guys blocking, less guys in routes, but you got to find something to have success.
The Rebels send out the punt unit. Fields the punt. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Knocked down after getting 6 all the way out to the 34-yard line.
And how about this offense, man? Being able to succeed, still winning without their bell cow, without their star being their star. This offense has not had a great game on the ground, but they're still in the lead.
And the Badgers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They give it to him again. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Joseph. Complete. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
The Badgers will snap it on 1st and 10. To the back. Stop just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
And the Badgers are moving quickly down the field. To the ground. He's got it again. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke, and he stopped for a short gain.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Making the adjustment on the play. Throwing Joseph. Takes a hit as he fires. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25.
Let's go. Talk about leaving the door open. Yes, please. You think they might run the clock out, run the football consistently? No, sir. They put it in the air. We forced the interception. Great job by the defense. When they needed it the most, they came through.
Rebels offense is back on the field. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking downfield, it's Chambliss. They'll run the screen. Still on his feet at the 40. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. The Rebels, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. Press center downs going to the air. They're all over it. The throw. He's got an open man. He'll work his way down to the 28.
And it's hard to imagine a defense losing the big fella, losing the tight end, but where was the coverage? Something broke down right there between linebackers and safeties to try to figure out where he was. He's the beneficiary. Catches the football, a lot of grass in front of him to make a big play.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Lacey. He's just outside the 20-yard line, stopped at the 21 after a pickup of 6.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
To throw, it's Chambliss. Looking to the big tight end. Touchdown Rebels. And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
That is complimentary football at its finest. The defense gets the turnover. The offense punctuates it, uses it to their advantage, takes the lead late in the football game. Now that defense that just gave you a good stop, they need another one for you.
Now the two-point conversion attempt is coming. They'll go to the air. Can't hit his man in the end zone. The two-point conversion fails, and it remains a 5-point game here in the fourth. Dangerous throw there that's knocked down and incomplete.
Number 17, set to kick it away.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. So they just gave up the lead on that last touchdown drive. Now to put something together to go back on top late. Pulls it fired complete. Could not make his way to the corner.
Well, the offense is trying to get a big-time playmaker the ball out in space quickly with the wide receiver screen, but the defense is having none of it.
And that last one might have helped the completion percentage, but it didn't go forward. 2nd and 10 here. Joseph. Caught. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
We all want to push the ball down the field, down the field, down the field, but when you can dump it off to your running back and still make 10-plus yards, man, it makes you look like a really good play caller.
Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Right side, it's Jackson. They'll give him 4 on the pickup. It's 2nd and 6.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Making the adjustment. Got it behind the line. It's Coleman. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Man, what a really nice job by being disciplined by this defense. Like, understanding I'm trying to rush the passer, probably a passing situation type of a deal, but doing it with some discipline. They try to sneak the screen in. They were ready for it. Nice job by this defense.
The defense will try to hold up one more time. Under 2 minutes to go. From the gun on third down, Joseph. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. He slides and gets the first down. What a weapon to have a guy who can move the chains for you by any means necessary.
You got to keep drives alive late in the game. When you're starting to get in the fourth quarter and it's a one-score game, you got to do whatever you can as that quarterback to scramble around, get extra plays, extra first downs. Really nice job there by the QB.
The Badgers getting set on 1st and 10.
Booster.
Throwing Joseph. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Big play on the scramble. Got out of bounds, stopped the clock, picked up the first down, and now they'll try to find a way to score.
And the clock's running down. late in the ball game. Every first down matters. Every second matters. Really good job by the quarterback. Dropping back to pass, scrambling around, getting the first down, and also getting out of bounds to save precious seconds as this one ticks down.
It's 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. Fresh set of downs going up top. Working that left side now.
Man, this is such a hard situation. That clock is your enemy, and you've got to push the ball down the field, but you know the defense is dropping back, so you can take the underneath stuff and go to your second and third read some, but we got to stay aggressive.
And the Badgers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The give. Defense all over it.
And this offense has got to get somewhere, right? That's a couple plays in a row. Like, the clock is their biggest enemy. So we got to find a way to manufacture, push the ball down the field, make something happen with that clock running out.
Third and long coming up. Joseph fires to the big fella. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Wisconsin stops the clock, uses its first timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. To have any chance to pull this game out, they have to convert on 4th down here late in the 4th. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Plowing ahead on 4th down. Across the 25, he's got room. Dragged to the ground, but not before. He's converted to 4th down to keep the drive going. The Badgers want to talk things over, and they use their second timeout. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. And a touchdown here would not only give them the lead, but in the 4th quarter, that ramps up the pressure. Throwing Joseph. He's got it and still on his feet. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on 1st down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Keeps it himself. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. They'll use a timeout with 26 seconds left on the clock.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing a 3rd down and goal.
If they can get it in here, we could have a thrilling end to this game. It is 3rd and goal. Trying to surge it in. He'll be stopped right there. They kept it on the ground on 3rd and goal, and it did not pay off. Fourth down, Joseph. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Wisconsin. They move on top here in the 4th. The Badgers strike right back. They'll go ahead and call a timeout here with 7 seconds left on the clock.
And how about this QB coming up clutch in a big moment? Gotta have it. You've dreamed about it your whole life. He puts the ball on the money. They make the catch, take the lead with seconds remaining on the clock.
Joseph He gets into the end zone for the two-point conversion, and the cushion is now 3. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. He's trying to get them set quickly. They have to get the ball into field goal range. To the air, it's Chambliss. He wants a big play here late. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory.